Oh my God. I found it by accident and I just cried for ages about it. That's the stuff that makes me sad because I'll never get to have a conversation with him again.
Matty and Esther, who would have guessed their underage grandparents?
Hello, we are Matty and Esther Acton.
We became grandparents before turning 40.
Yeah, this podcast is all about parenting and relationships. It's pretty unfiltered, and we promise by listening to this...
You'll feel normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are back in the swing of it, as many parents are.
Yes.
This
This
time of
week
the year?
is kind of, well, for a lot of states, this is D-Day week.
What is it? New South Wales and Victoria go back to school next week, I believe.
Yeah, but I also found out that some New South Wales schools are back already if their regional is back.
Right.
So, yeah.
This is what makes it so confusing. Back to school this week, and because we have a daughter who is going into year 4,
Yes.
and then we had a kid who is starting high school.
A kid. Our son.
Is he a boy?
He's not a goat.
It's all, like all the years have been staggered. Some kids went Tuesday, some went Wednesday, some kids went Thursday.
Yes.
Like I remember growing up, everyone just went to school on the same day.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have known. It's stuff you don't have to be across as a kid. Our kids don't have to care who's going to school what days. Do you
Yeah,
know
that's
what I mean?
true.
That's all on us. Just like the scheduling is now that we have the reality of 2 children at 2 different schools again. Because I was thinking about this and I was like, oh, gosh, that's going to be a challenge. 2 kids, 2 different schools. And then I was like, oh, we've actually done this before and added in daycare to the mix. So we
Whoa.
had daycare, prep, and year 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So we had quite an overlap there.
I used to love telling people when Eden was born that we had a newborn, a kid learning to toilet train and a kid learning to drive all at the same time.
Yeah.
And that were just like...
And it was hard for Xander to drive because he was only 3.
Well, and then remember Ethan broke his leg as well at that point.
And you broke
yeah,
your
we
leg,
both had
doll.
broken legs at the same time.
But that aside, I was in a couple of conversations this week and I was like, why don't I care so much about all the stuff that people are like, oh, what teacher is it? And da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, I know. This is my 19th year of having a child in school, of dealing with school lunches,
Yeah.
hats, socks, shoes, folders, schedules, class emails. Like a lot of my friends, this is like maybe their 3rd year or their 4th year.
Yeah, the newbies.
It's my 19th year.
Yeah,
So
you-
I really do not give a shit.
Well, that's
anymore.
not true.
I do.
You
Of
do
course I
care.
do. Of course I do. But I think it's just harder for me to care.
Once you've been there, done that for a little bit,
Yeah,
you
a little bit.
chill
Like,
on it. Yeah.
Almost 2 decades.
I reckon there's more and more now than when we were kids going to school. Like there's more events and discos and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. I don't
Yes.
remember so many themed days. There was like 3 times a year it would be free dress day. You had to bring a $1 coin.
Yeah.
You didn't have to wear your uniform.
Look, it has gotten more full on. I have to say, like when he was little, I wasn't like this, but it is now.
How are you feeling? Because I was at work the morning that Xander started high school.
Yes.
And because he's going to an all-boys school, they don't let you come in
No.
Which
they're
I
just
rate.
like, yeah.
because they don't want... They know how horrible it would be for those boys in there with their mums going, oh, my baby, oh, my little baby.
There was
My
a
little
mum in the
baby."
drop-off zone doing that. Like she was doing it as I pulled up, and because I was kind of waiting for people to pull out of the drop-off zone,
Yeah.
so I could pull into it. I could see her smothering him in kisses, and he was surrounded by
That poor
the
kid.
year 12 students who were trying to help him take his stuff up. And I just looked at Xander and I said, I promise I won't do that, but can I give you a hug? And he was like, yes. And so then when we pulled up, I got out, got his stuff out, handed it to him. The year 12 came over actually and took it off me, and he was like, nice to meet you, and he walked off and left Xander.
Did he give you a big hug, or was it just one of those quick, the little side hugs they give you and then they run away?
It was half and half because they got the big backpack on. So
Yeah.
he gave me like a proper tap, mum.
Cheers,
But then
bruh.
as he turned around, he goes, love you, mum. Stop. I'm okay. I'm okay. He's actually said it every morning that I've dropped him as he's walked off. I didn't want to embarrass him either, but he's a good boy.
Now, I noticed the couple of days leading up to his first day of high school. What did you
notice?
And this is a thing, and I made the mistake of telling you this.
Yeah.
But when you're emotional,
yeah,
you're a bit mean. And by that, I mean, I can tell that you're struggling to compute your emotions.
Yeah.
So your sadness for something does
comes out as anger.
Towards me.
It's not always directed at you.
So I could tell something. I could tell that you were a bit tender.
I am. When I don't like being emotional, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's not naturally, you're softer than me. You cry, at appropriate times, whereas I don't like it. I feel out of control when I am feeling emotional. So I try and suppress that, and maybe it comes out as sniffiness.
Sniffiness.
Because I'm trying not to think about the thing that's making me emotional, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Look, I'm no psychologist, but why don't you tell me what you think?
No, God, no. No, what I think of you is none of your business. I think you're beautiful and wonderful. It's big when your kids start school because you're like, oh, my God. But then, they go to high school, and then as we've experienced, they move out.
Yeah.
All of them are very emotional stages. And then they get married.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like any of them.
What don't you like about it, though?
I guess it means that your life's changing. I've always, not bucked change, but change is hard. Yeah. Like, any change is hard. And so I think I get emotional about things changing, and I know they're not going to go back the same way again. That's
what I get emotional. I get sad about is not that they're growing up and not that they're moving on. The version of them that you knew them, you'll never meet them again.
No.
And now I'm going to cry. And I noticed that a lot with Ethan. I remember when Ethan was 12 and I was like, oh, he's never going to be a little boy again.
No.
And that was when I had said to you, we have to have another baby.
That's right. You did call me around that time.
And I think that's what gets you. You see them, they go to school, and you go, oh, they're not a toddler anymore.
Yeah.
And then you have them through their schooling years, and then they go to high school, and you go, oh my God.
Even looking at the photo.
They're a teenager now, and I think you actually miss
all those stages.
Those people.
Yeah.
You'll never meet those people again.
No, it's true. They're all wrapped up inside that person somewhere.
Now, once I realised that this week, I did the worst thing imaginable.
What?
I went back and looked at a lot of memories on my phone.
See, I've purposely not done that because I have been emotional, but mostly because I don't want to go back there again. Every single time I look at old photos of him, I miss
it. I miss it so much. I mean, I love where he's at now, but I miss it. So
he's pretty much looking in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, he's that tall now and just getting broader and taller, and he's definitely moving into a new phase, which is really hard.
I'm going to play you something, right? You would have seen on my Instagram at the moment that he's been trying to convince us to buy him a tinny because he's mad on fishing a boat. And it looks like I'm losing that battle. He made a video, and if it gets 100,000 likes, we have to buy him a tinny. He's at 70,000 while we record this. But I'm just going to play you a bit of audio from that video he recorded presenting to me why he should get a tinny. Take note of his voice here.
5 reasons why I should get a tinny. Family bonding will become a lot easier and more fun, making countless memories and catching fish and exploring the outdoors. Everybody knows how much you've been struggling to catch a single fish these entire holidays. But when we go out on the tinny, it can help boost your chances of catching a fish.
Yeah, so he thinks being rude to me is going to help him out. So that's his voice now. He's almost 12.
Yeah.
Now, because I work in radio, I recorded stuff throughout his entire life, and I'd completely forgotten about that. Little conversations, cute little things.
Yeah, you've been utilising him on air for years.
Oh, my whole social media career is built around that kid, as he pointed 100%. Out to me. So I used to just, when we'd be in the car alone, I used to just record our conversations because there would always be so much gold in it.
Oh, he's really, we've tried to convince him for years to do something on the internet because he is so funny. He literally, your skits are exact reenactments of him.
I'm going to play you here. So I'm going to start with this. So this is him. I think he's about 5 or 6. And this is him talking to me about his upcoming birthday.
Dad, when it's my birthday, can I have a Pikachu birthday?
Yeah, if you want.
Because I like Pikachu.
Yeah.
He's my favourite Pokemon. I want my cake to be... Can I have a Mr. Wee pie? Have a Mr. Wee. Actually, can I have a Fortnite pinata?
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
So on his
Why
first...
are you trying to do that to me?
On his first day of school, I'm flicking back through old voice notes, listening.
His
to
voice
him.
is hilariously cute, isn't it? It sounds
know.
like you've actually pitched it right up and sped it up.
No, I haven't.
But that is what he sounds like because I've been watching videos of him.
Can I have a Mr. Wee party? Now, this one had me in absolute tears. I asked
Why are
him,
you doing this to me?
I must have asked him what he wanted to be when he grows up. And this was his response.
I want to be a professional artist. I want to be a professional singer, a professional reader.
Reader?
I want to be a reader.
What's a professional reader do?
He reads books to children.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they do. I can't remember. I want to be all of them when I'm 8.
And then what about when you're 20?
20, let me think. Actually, I want to do something when I'm 10. I want to work on the radio with you.
And how long will you do that for?
How many days do you do it?
Well, I do it. Maybe 300?
Okay, I'm doing 300, just like you, Dad.
Yeah. That's 1 year.
Wait, when I grow a beard, I want to work on the radio.
Oh my God.
I found it by accident and I just cried for ages about it. Because I was like...
Yeah, that kid's gone. That
well,
kid-
he's not complete. Like, he's still there, but you go... Like, even when they're so little like that,
Yeah.
you're everything to them. And,
I
like, they think you're so cool. And I want to be on the radio with
Is
you.
this because he thinks you're so lame now?
He doesn't think I'm lame. He
I
just thinks
know.
I'm mediocre. But they get their, they get older. They get their own friends. And you just, that's what makes me sad.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that makes me sad because I'll never get to have a conversation with him again.
Oh, no.
Why am I crying so much about it? I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh, but
Are you trying to make me snappy for the next few days?
I don't know what I'm doing, but oh man, I was just like, I'm so proud of him, and I'm so proud of like the kiddies now. But that's the part they don't teach you when when you're having kids. They don't. You're like, oh, you're so glad they'll grow up, and you do. You're like, I can't wait till they walk. Can't wait to do this, and then they grow up, and you're like, I wish I had a baby again.
Yeah. That age is really beautiful.
Oh.
Around 6, where they are just so cute still.
Yeah.
And so little, and they've got their beautiful little voice, and they do still think the sun shines out of you.
I know.
No one's told them any different yet.
No, now their friends have more influence, and you're
Yeah.
like, no, I know everything.
Yeah.
Now they look at you like, nah, brah.
Yeah. No, I know everything. Yeah.
Anyway, good luck.
you
I
should-
recommend to anyone, if you've got a little kid, record them when they're little.
All the time.
Like, have everything that you can.
Yeah.
Have those conversations. And good luck with the school year.
Yes.
Give us 2 or 3 podcasts. We'll be complaining about him, so don't worry about that. Forgetting his lunch
exactly.
or doing something.
Exactly. Speaking of the first week back of school and like trying to get things coordinated, like we're all back into it. Everyone's working. And like I've had the conversations with your sister and my friends and everything of who's taking the kids what days, who's picking up what days, because we're all trying to sort of share the load.
Yeah.
And so I was having a conversation at book club last night, and one of my friends told the funniest story to the group. So I'd like her to do it because she's going to obviously have all the information.
I've just noticed on our phone, our daughter has taken the phone, and I don't know if everyone's kids does this. They take photos of things and change your background or your screensavers. Generally, the kid will change it to a photo of them and go, look, I'm the favourite kid.
Yeah.
Our daughter just took photos of her feet and changed the background of the phone to feet.
Because she gets her toes and she does this thing where you say to her, spread them, and she spreads her toes out and they look ugliest
She's
things
got big,
you've ever
wide
seen.
feet. She's got a good grip on the earth, our darling girl. All right, so we're ringing your friend Courtney.
Hello.
Hi.
What did you do at school pickup? Did you get into a punch-up with someone?
No, not me. I did drop off. So I had organised for my mum to pick up my daughter, and I work with Radi,
Yes.
who
One of
we
our other
live
friends.
next door to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we share doing the pickup sometime, or our husbands will we kind of the 4 kids all together. We take it in turns picking up and dropping off.
Yeah.
Radi messaged me yesterday morning saying Liam's picking up the kids. I was like, great. In my head, I was like, Mum's picking my kids up. And I just assumed she was like, my husband's picking my kids up. And I was like, great. I'm glad you got yourself sorted. And didn't even think
Thanks for the
cool.
FYI.
Thanks for the update. I didn't really care, but okay. And then we worked all day yesterday together, and I was trying to get a hold of my mum. I was even talking to her about it all day, and it's so funny. We had both mentioned it to each other, but because we're in the middle of work, we both missed that I had said my mum's picking her up, and I had missed that she had said Liam was picking up Sophia. So when it came to it, and also this is her first, she's in year 1 now, she can get picked up at pickup zone. She's very excited about that.
Isn't that a win for everybody when the kids go to pickup zone? You don't have to have that
honestly
awkward chat with the parents in the school ground.
Yeah. You can just you've been waving to me all last year in the pickup zone, and I've been walking past being like, I can't wait for next
It really is. There's real power in it when you see all the parents coming out. And you're like, you're happy to chat sometimes, but if you just aren't in the mood for it, not pickup zone.
Once I start chatting, I can't stop.
Yeah,
I know. Next thing you know, it's 3:30 and I'm let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but so Mum was in pickup line and Liam went to go get Sophia. So he actually went into the school and met her at her classroom. And walked out to the front gate where Mum was at the pickup zone. And Mum said that Liam looked like the Pied Piper because he had all the kids with him.
Yeah.
But Sophia was at the end, and then Mum must have got out of her car and said, "Oh, Sophia, you're coming home with me." And because she was at the back of the kid line and Liam was talking to another parent, she literally was like, "Oh, okay," jumped in Mum's car and off they went. Liam turns around, going, "Oh my gosh, where's Sophia?" Yeah. Ended up getting full panic
because he's out the school gate at this point too. So he's walked her out the school gate.
And that road can get quite busy as well.
Yes.
I feel like there's people coming and going everywhere.
Yeah.
And she's only little, so she could have been anywhere. He ended up running back into the school. I think he had a couple of the mums onto it looking for
Scanning
her.
The whole school.
Went to the office, had the principal and the office ladies looking for her. I think they even went on the megaphone thing and was like, "Has anybody seen Sophia?"
Yeah. And Liam's in tears.
And then
of course,
actually in tears.
You can lose your own kid. You can't lose someone else's kid.
No. And even the panic would have been just horrible for him. So I'm working away. Radi gets a call from Liam in a full state. And
I love it. Doesn't ring the cops, rings his wife.
Yeah.
He rings his wife, what do I do? And they were on the phone for a good 10 minutes before she came in. So she must be like, I think I need to tell Courtney now.
Yeah.
And then
my favorite part of the story was Courtney was like, she picks up the phone and she could tell that obviously Liam was upset about something on the other end of the call. So Radi walks out with her phone, but she leaves one of her little AirPods on the bench. And so Courtney could hear it going.
I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?"
You don't. So you pick up the other AirPod, and you're listening in.
Well, she was going to, but then she got.
He was just. Yeah, I couldn't even hear what he was saying, but I was like, "Oh God, he's mad about something."
Yeah.
I put it down. I was like, "I should probably leave them. That's their business." And then Brady comes back in, and she's like, "I'll tell Courtney." And then she looks at me, and she's like, "Liam doesn't know where Sophia is at school." And I was like, "Oh, my mum's picking her up." And she was just like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Okay, I'll just quickly call her and just double check that she has her.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the time. I was like, oh, yeah, it's like 3:15. She would have her in the car. I called my mum, and the first thing, she's like, hi. I can tell she's in the car. And the first thing I say is, do you have Sophia? And she was like, no, I don't have Sophia. I was like, and I was like, no, seriously, you need to tell me because you have Sophia. She's like, oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, we do. I was like, the whole school's looking for her.
Oh, my God. They're about to send out an Amber Alert. The police chopper's about to go up. Oh,
Yeah.
poor
So
Liam. And this is the thing. Liam's on a health kick. He hasn't been drinking in months. I bet you he went home and just smacked vodka.
But then when my husband got home, I was like, oh, do I have a story to tell you? This is so funny, blah, blah, blah. Thea walks into the room as I'm telling him the story. And then after I finished, I said, did you actually know that any of this was going on? She was like, no, I had no idea. I'm like, didn't you find it weird that I told you Nana was picking you up, but then Liam said he was? And then we had a really good mum chat at book club last night about, let's be honest, turns out my daughter will go with anybody. And if anyone says, hey, come with me, she'll go. So I'm like, okay, we need to have a chat. And this morning I was like, because I'm not picking her up this afternoon, I'm like, you will meet Radi at this time out the front. You will get picked up. Don't go with anyone else unless it's me.
But that's bad luck because it was grandma. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just a random.
But she'll go to be honest, she'd go with grandma over me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we both were there, she's like, see you, Mum.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I feel the worst for Liam in this whole situation is not the stress of losing the child. It's now that all of those mums who are helping him look for your daughter would have just been ragging on him, how useless he is. That'll be, never let your kid go to their house. It'll get lost. No, can't be trusted.
He's like, now everyone's going to think that I'm the shit dad.
Yes.
To the child.
Exactly.
Everyone knows I was panicking.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's funny now because everything was fine.
Totally.
But yeah, definitely. Need to have a quick little chat about, or just work on my communication skills.
Well, I think we all do. Because you don't want
very
next time that happens, Liam goes to get her and then she's like, no, Mum said I'm not going with you.
Yeah, and then you're like, okay, I'm not doing this again.
He's at the front gate. Get in my car. Get in the car. Oh, well, that's a great story.
Yeah.
Thanks, Courts.
No, thanks.
Thanks for telling it.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye. Oh, that poor guy. That poor bloody guy.
When I heard it, I was just like, yeah.
We need to discuss, it's been all over the news everywhere.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And I'm kind of half across it.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'm a big headline reader. So I read the headline, get a bit of the gist, and then repeat the wrong things. But the Brooklyn Beckham thing and the drama with his parents.
Yeah. So this has actually had me in a bit of a funk for the last week. Obviously, he released a statement on his Instagram stories, and I don't think there has been a podcast, a radio station, or like every conversation, every person that I've seen between it, pretty much.
Have you seen what's going on with Victoria Beckham?
Yeah. What do you think about what's going on there? And so, I've watched endless TikToks about it, Instagrams. I feel like I have too much information on their lives.
So he's married this girl. Her family's a billionaire family from America.
Yes, the Peltzers. Yeah.
And his parents, so Victoria and David Beckham, don't like the new wife?
You have two families. One is an American billionaire, and then you have UK royalty. Yeah. The Beckhams, right? They're worth 500 million pounds or euros or whatever. Yeah. So they're not worth nothing. Their brand Beckham. But what you have is a clash of values between these two families is what I feel like. They're very different. Americans and British people are very different people to begin with. They have different sense of humours. They have different parenting styles. I think the Beckhams, and this is throwing my 50 cents worth on the huge pile of opinions that are already out there. The Beckhams want their kids to sort of be involved in brand Beckham in order for them to be sort of paid. Do you know what I mean? For them to benefit from the brand Beckham, they have to be active participants in that, which is showing up for the events, being at the forefront of, you know, being on top of social media, playing the game essentially to continue this legacy that they've built, right?
But he doesn't need the money anymore because he's got a hot wife who's from a billionaire family.
Well, it's kind of on the nose for this guy, her dad, let's say, Nicola's dad, because he's obviously, I mean, she'd be a trust fund kid. She'd be getting paid no matter what's happening, right?
Yeah.
And all of his kids would be. She's one of, I think, 8 or something. From their perspective, you want to maintain a level of decency and, I guess, privacy is part of that when you live that type of life. Now, I don't think she's a private person. I think she quite likes the spotlight, if I'm completely honest with you.
Brooklyn Beckham.
And I mean, she's done a couple of acting things here and there, but she has a pretty bad reputation in the industry for her like behaviour and being a bit of a diva and stuff like that.
Right.
But there's an expectation from the Beckhams of if you want to be receiving, you need to be giving for it to continue.
Gotcha.
So I feel like that's where the disconnect has happened.
They've lost their control.
And at the end of the day, no one should be controlling anybody.
No.
Now his ex-girlfriends have come out and said as well, he's a very sensitive person. He's a Pisces. He's... What? We have a Piscean sun.
Jeez. Girls
I'm just saying.
Girls and star signs.
No. Look, I know it doesn't actually mean a lot, but it means something. He's a very sensitive person. He's suffered from anxiety and stuff like that. From my perspective as a mother-in-law, and I mean, I'm young to be a mother-in-law, right? I'm in my 40s.
Still a mother-in-law.
And I haven't had any modelling of people my age as mother-in-laws.
Yeah.
So the only mother-in-laws I know are our mothers and the mothers of my friends who are my age.
Yeah.
But I want to do it well. Of all the things that I've seen probably done wrong or the hurtful things that I've seen happen to my friends and, you know, I don't want to be that person, and I always want to have a very open relationship with my kids' partners and everything like that. So, but from my perspective as a mother-in-law who has a really sensitive boy, generally those kids who are sensitive will marry someone who is strong and opinionated and, you know, they're drawn to that. And I'm going to guess that Victoria Beckham is a pretty strong lady within the home. And I think those sensitive kind of boys are drawn to people who are like their mother in a lot of ways.
It is tough, though, when you find yourself between a rock and a hard place, I think, with your partner and your parent.
Yeah.
But I've had periods where I haven't been getting along with my mother.
Yeah.
And it's not because of you, it's because of other things in our family. And our family's had a lot of stuff we've gone through with my dad passing away when we were all very young. And, you know, the years leading up to that, he had cancer. So it was never an easy run for our family. But being honest with everyone listening, I didn't speak to my mum for 6 months last year because we had a falling out. And what it comes down to sometimes, which is really hard, is whose responsibility is it to make amends? Is it
the olive branch?
Is it the child?
Never.
Or is it the parent?
Well, you know my opinion is never. It's never the child. And I think that's where I firmly believe that Victoria and David Beckham love their son and have tried really hard to keep that relationship going. I think Nicola does potentially have controlling properties with Brooklyn, and I think that as Victoria as a mother has seen that as she's trying to protect him to a degree as well.
But are they controlling properties, or are they, now that they're married, going to set up their own life? Because I think that's one of the hardest parts when your kids get married. Is not because you don't want them to do it, but it's hard. You see them, they go and start their own family, and you have to then work around them.
Okay.
Because that's how I feel It is. We did that. You and I
Yeah.
became a family.
Yeah.
So we broke away from our families. We're
Yeah.
still in those families.
Yeah.
But now what we
This is
create.
our immediate family. Yeah.
Same with Ethan and Maddie, our daughter-in-law. I see
Yes.
them and I go, that's their family.
Yes.
They can ask us for advice.
And they're part of our family as well.
They're
our
part of our-
extended family.
yeah,
But
but
they're not
we-
our immediate family anymore because
No.
they have their own immediate family.
Yeah.
I know. And
their choices
are their choices.
are not our opinions on their choices. And we're not saying there's anything that they've done that we don't
No,
agree with. But,
100%.
you know, it's the same as like when you see them, like they have a baby. And all you want to do is tell them all the things you know about a baby because I've had 3 babies and I know everything about babies. But they don't want that.
No,
you know?
absolutely not.
That's
never
their
give
thing to
advice.
work out. And I think that's where people find it hard, especially rich people, where they've got they've
there's-
been able to
there's other
control
things.
everything with money.
Yeah, that is part of the problem in all of this is that there is a lot of money. I think that Brooklyn's really done the wrong thing here, big time.
Oh, I'm 100% on his side.
I'm not. I think doing it publicly like that and making very accusatory things to his mum. There was inconsistencies in his statement with a lot of true things, and even people who have come out and backed him are firmly in the Peltz camp as far as paydays go. So I'm not. I think what he's done is completely wrong and very hard.
But it was already out in
to
the
move
open. He
on
didn't bring it to everyone's attention.
No,
Everyone knew about
but
it.
what he's done is basically said that his parents' whole marriage is a facade and a lie, and that's cruel. That's beyond cruel. What he's done there is beyond cruel, and I think it'll take a lot for the Beckhams to be the ones to continually extend the olive branch, but unfortunately, that's where it's going to have to come from. He's going to have to know that if things ever don't eventuate where he is in his life, there's an open door for him to return. And so it's just sad. The whole situation to me is extremely sad. It's sad because of the loss of relationship with his brothers. It's sad because he's now estranged from his immediate family. But, I mean, we're all going to be watching with great, intent, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess when I can make that decision based on not having any feelings in the whole thing, but I just don't see a world where my son is not in it.
Exactly. And
I think I would probably cop a lot
yeah.
for that to be the case.
He has publicly said he does not want to reconcile with his family. So I think that's where it's really hard, even if they do reach out to him, even if they do somehow get to him now, because obviously people have blocked people on social media and stuff like that, which is, the way to get to rich people, I guess.
By the way, I'm talking to my mum again. That's all good, everyone.
Yeah.
that all worked out in the end.
Yeah.
But that's it is a tough thing to navigate.
I think people don't understand that when they get married, it is 2 families coming together as well.
Yeah.
Like you are going to be, especially when kids are involved, you're going to be each other's family, extended family for a very long time around that unit in the middle. And that has been hard for both sets of our parents.
Of course, yeah.
Because we were young when we got together. I was a single mum. You were someone going off trying to get your radio career happening, and people in your life would have seen me as like a burden on that dream for you. And
people would have seen me as a very reckless decision for you.
100%. So there was, there's sides to
Yeah.
the story, and there's people in each camp with their own opinions, and then there's us making decisions.
Yeah.
So what went on with your mum last year, I think it's always a flow on from that pulling away and the changing in the relationship.
That was for us, and for the first time, my 2 sisters, my mum and I sat down, and my dad has been gone for close to 20 years. It's the first time when we finally reconciled, we all sat down. It's the first time we actually had a conversation about Dad dying. We kind of all just got on with our lives and...
You didn't tell me that was part of the conversation.
Yeah. Well, and I'd never actually spoken to my mum about, how it affected her.
Yeah.
Before. Because, we're from a central Queensland family where everyone just bottles up everything until it goes...
Drinks it away.
So I think sometimes those conversations can really help, but I don't know. I think I'm still in Brooklyn's camp
Yeah.
on his side. I think it's
That's okay.
it's the parents have to
I think there's no winners.
reconcile. No, unfortunately.
No.
All right, I got a question for you to wrap up today's
Still have
podcast.
my headphones in.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm like, why am I so loud? Sorry.
So I was on a podcast called Two Toting Dads
Yes.
just recently. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ash and Matty J.
Yeah.
You'll know Ash as Jam Pikelets on Instagram.
Yeah.
And Matty J as the guy from The Bachelor.
Yes.
He's well aware of that. He doesn't pretend like he wasn't. And
No,
I appreciate that about
No,
him
I
and
just
Laura.
thought you were going to say his Instagram handle and then you just called him the guy from The Bachelor.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't think
maybe,
that's
yeah.
his Instagram handle.
Two of the nicest blokes I've ever met, by the
Yeah.
way. I had an excellent time on their podcast. And we talked about, fathering, and I told them way too many stories that I shouldn't have. So probably you guys could go and have a listen to it, but Esther, don't you listen to it. But they opened their podcast with a question, which is, what's the biggest trouble you ever got into as a kid?
Yeah.
So I told a story, which I think you know, and that was once I was out teenage party, backpack full of UDLs, and I was taking a wee-wee in the park, and the police got me.
Yeah.
How
How old were you then?
I think I was 16.
Okay.
And, small town, you just
Yeah.
sort of float about. And remember, you'd go to parties at 16 of people you didn't even know.
100%. There was no Facebook, but what we would do...
Who's having a party on the weekend?
We would meet on the balcony of Grand Central Shopping Centre on a Thursday night, which was
Toowoomba?
late night shopping
Oh,
in
of
Toowoomba.
course, yeah.
So all the teenagers would converge on the main shopping centre in the centre of town and go to the food court balcony,
Yeah.
and you'd be talking to people from other schools that you don't even know, but someone knows someone, and saying, any parties.
Yeah.
And then you would organise who's going to drive you all there.
Yeah.
You'd rock up. Like, it was insane.
You would be drinking in a house, maybe pass out on the couch of a person you'd never met.
Never
You'd
met.
leave that place not even knowing who owned the house.
100%.
Just their parents were away that weekend. So I was going to a party like that, got busted. Police go, that's a bit naughty. I go, yeah, you're right. That is probably not a good thing to do. So they're getting all my details. They're going to take me in the
Paddy
police
wagon.
car.
Oh, police car.
Because they're going to take me back to the station, call my mum, be like, come and pick your
So
son
he
up
was weeing.
Yeah.
Where were you weeing? In a park.
in a park. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
I'd have been arrested 100 times.
Well, last weekend. And then I had a mate with me and he started giving lip to the police.
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
just chill, it's fine, don't worry about it. And he's like getting all like aggro at them. And then they decide, no, this isn't on. They put him in handcuffs.
No.
Yep. He wasn't
You've
even
never
in trouble.
told me this.
Haven't I?
No.
He was not even in trouble. They handcuff him. He was a big lad too. Put him in handcuffs, throw him in the back of the car, and then they say to me, you get out of here and go home. We've got your details. If you don't turn up here by Wednesday at the cop shop by Wednesday next week with your parents, we're going to ring your mum and you're going to be in big trouble.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, thank God they didn't check my backpack. Still got to keep my UDLs because it all just got too hectic before they took my backpack. Went to the party.
You did not.
Well, what else were they going to do?
True.
And then went to the cop shop the next week with mum. And yeah, I was contemplating getting my older sister, she was 18 at the time,
Yeah.
to take me down. But no, I took mum and, got in trouble, whatever.
Yeah.
So that was my story.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, from you, what's the most trouble you ever got in as a kid?
When I was 16, I decided
Must be the age for it, hey?
I decided I was going to get a fake ID. And at the time, because of the way that licensing was done in Queensland, I went in and got my sister's learners for her. She was 18. She had no reason for a learner's permit at that time. She had no desire to drive at that time, but I wanted the identification. So I
That's
took a
right.
birth certificate
Yeah.
and...
All you needed was a birth certificate, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, and just to pass the test, pass the learner's test.
And they'd take a
And
photo
then they take
there.
a photo of you and...
And it was the old laminated one, so it was an
Yes,
actual
correct.
photo laminated into the
Correct.
card. Yeah, I had learners like that.
So then I was 18. So on the weekends, and I could go to the uni club, I could go during the week, and I was at school. So yes,
You would go to nightclubs during the week and then go to school the next day.
yes, I would. I know, doll.
That
I
is-
know.
Terrible
So
behaviour.
Eden will never listen to this podcast. But then, obviously, it was a bit annoying because none of my friends could go. A couple could. Like, I had older friends who would go with me. But I needed more fake IDs, right? Because I needed my friends to be able to get in. So one of my friends did her sister's, and then one of my friends went in and got a duplicate of my sister's license. Now, she was a fair bit shorter than me, but because of the way it was and they didn't keep your photo on file at the time, she went in, said, I've lost my learner's permit. I need to get another copy of it. Answered all the questions appropriately, produced the birth certificate, got a photo of her with my sister's name on the license.
Because, there was no digital records. It was
No.
just the
Correct.
printout photo. They would literally did it with almost like a what's the one where the photo comes out instantly?
Yeah, like a Polaroid.
Polaroid, yes. Yeah.
So anyway,
That's how old you are.
thanks, Dal. She walks out like, woohoo! So then we're sweet, right? We've all got fake IDs. This is awesome.
Yeah, but then what happens there when all of you go to the club?
No, well, generally, like, two of them would go in together because my other friend had someone else's name. So they'd go in together, and then 10 minutes later I'd come
Yeah,
up.
right.
And bouncers
you
aren't
couldn't-
really staring at your name. They're looking at your photo and they're looking at the date of birth and they're looking at you.
Yeah, but if they're all the same date of births and you wouldn't have, you would have looked young, it would have been sus.
I didn't look young. I've never looked young.
Excuse me, low top, as much skin as possible.
Scarily. But my friend who had got the duplicate of my sister, she looked young, okay? She's got a baby face. And so one bouncer one night looks at the ID and says, knew my sister's name. He went to school with my sister. And this is small towns.
Of course, you're in Toowoomba.
He's like, says my sister's name and goes, this is interesting. I know someone with that name and I know someone born that year. What date's your birthday? Says to my friend. Now, she was a little bit intoxicated because we'd really been getting away with it for a very long time, right?
Hadn't done her study.
And so she said her own birthday, didn't she?
What an idiot.
So then she gets in big trouble, doesn't she? Because she was also 17 at the time. So at the time, because she's a 17-year-old doing something illegal, you can go on your record.
Oh.
So we all get summoned to the cop shop because obviously
You're the ringleader. So
I'm-
you're the running the organised crime syndicate here, so you're in the
100%.
biggest trouble of
And
all.
I remember because we all went to my friend's house, Tanya, and we all sat in her room.
Don't say names.
Trying to come up with a way for us to all get out of this. But we just couldn't. I had to fall on my sword. I had to tell my parents, and then I had to tell my dad that he was going to be driving me to the cop shop, his little precious angel.
Was he quiet angry or angry?
He was angry, but I think he was more worried. He was worried about what this was going to do to, job prospects and I think he was also mildly impressed at the level
The hustle?
So how did you know to do that? And you went in and sat the learner's test,
Yeah.
so committed to
Yeah.
your deception. Anyway, but he's giving me a lecture the whole way because we've got to go in and see the cop. We go in there and I'm really nervous about this because I'm I don't know what they're going to say to me. He's said to the cop, just feel free to scare the crap out of her. If
You're
you
like,
need
am I
to."
going to jail?
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Anyway, that's not what happened. The cop was young, I'm going to say in his 20s. And he was like, I think I've seen you at Fibbers.
Oh.
Were you there on Saturday night? I was like, no, I wasn't. No, it wasn't me.
Starts flirting with you.
He essentially, my dad was sitting there with his mouth open, and the guy was just like, look, we don't, this is not a good thing. You can't be in nightclubs underage. But if you are, the worst thing you can do is give over a fake ID because then there's proof of your wrongdoing. So in future, just,
Sneak in a window.
Anyway, needless to say, that was the end of my fraud career. And and I'm not a deceptive person. And I learnt my lesson from that not tough love. So just.
Oh, you have not.
What? What?
You're a naughty girl.
Anyway, that's the most trouble I've gotten in.
There you go.
It involved cops.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us for another week, guys. Weekly episodes still rolling out this year. And please go and like our socials, get involved with them too, Underage Grandparents on Instagram.
Yeah.
We have to contemplate something and jump on our Facebook and let us know what you think, Underage Grandparents Podcast. We might need to change the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a lot of messages from people who look us up, right?
Yeah.
And when you put underaged into any search engine...
Underage, I think people are forgetting the D.
Yeah. It comes up with a warning that you might be looking up naughty stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think about that when we named the podcast. So if you've got any ideas, if we were to name change, what would we call it? Give us some ideas as well.
You're opening yourself up there.
I don't know. Call me anything. Just don't call me late for dinner. Don't forget, we've got our phone number too. If you want to share, call our message bank.
Yes.
Share some of your stories. 0414 886 239.
We love a story. Please tell us a story.
You can remain anonymous. We'll obviously play it on air, but we won't say your name. Get on there. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.